Hi, and welcome to the Highline with Liam Anderson Motorsports. I'm Jenny Funk. I'm the Communications and Marketing Manager for the LLC.
Hi, I'm Liam Anderson, driver of the number 18 Coyote chassis.
I'm Sean Anderson, crew and car chief for the number 18 Liam Anderson Motorsports.
Thank you for joining us for our final episode of the season.
Hi, I'm Liam Anderson, driver of the number 18 Coyote chassis. I want to say thanks to Crouch Auto Body for sponsoring us this season. You can call Crouch at 410-398-9420 or visit them online at crouchab.com for all your auto body needs.
So before we get started, we're going to talk about one of our other sponsors who hasn't been able to make a spot on the show through no fault of his own, but he's really been a big help over the last few seasons for you guys. So we want to give him a shout out and give his business a shout out.
Yeah, since Liam started racing since the beginning, he's been with us so 4 years strong now. We really appreciate Chase Armington and Elite Custom Gifts for what he's done for us. He's given us, a lot, and he's given Liam that push across the finish line that he needs and to stay competitive on the track. Mm-hmm. Recently he was sponsoring our telemetry, which is the computer that's mounted on the steering wheel to allow us to adjust gear ratios in the pits and, check RPMs and see how Liam's doing in the corner through GPS, things like that. But this year he stepped up and gave us tires that we needed to compete and to be able to win. And if you're in the market for a custom gift, please remember your small businesses and check out EliteSpentunes.com. Mm-hmm. Chase can help you out with that.
For the people who are viewing this on YouTube instead of just listening on Spotify, we'll put that information up for you guys to be able to be directed to their company.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. Tires is a lot of money, and basically
they are. Thank you so much, Chase. Thank you.
All right, we're very, very grateful. Thank you. So I feel like anyone investing in Liam is actually going to get a really good return on their investment, and we really appreciate them helping to keep pushing.
Yeah, we push real hard for our sponsors. They're very dedicated to us. The two that we have, Kirby's Relic Recovery and Elite Custom Gifts. They have been with us since the beginning, and they have stuck with us, and they have funded things like tires and fuel and oil, and those things are expensive, and it just really takes the edge off of the finances of racing, and we push really hard for them, and we want to try to put them out there as much as possible.
Yeah, they definitely those things add up over the season, so it's definitely a blessing to have someone who is willing to donate those items or give those items in return for sponsorship.
I know you appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So we are in the middle of February, and his first race is coming up in Charlotte, beginning of March 3rd, correct?
Correct.
3rd through the 5th. So we're getting down to the wire. What kind of stuff have you guys had to do over the last few weeks to prepare for the season?
Oh my God, it's been extremely busy. Between working extra shifts and just trying to have the funds available. Of course, taking vacation and it's family time, and it's not going to matter as much as on the competition end as it is to go down there and enjoy time together and just be together doing what we all love to do and having the support there with us at the track. But the last couple of weeks we've been at Chris Cirillo's shop, and that's C3 Tech. And Chris was able to refurbish our motor for us to get it to where it was supposed to be after running into a lot of issues last year with the old one. And it's spot on. It's ready to roll. But getting the cart set up, he grew. Liam grew. So one of the biggest things that we had to do was Chris had to modify the pedals for us because Liam got taller, and we need to have him comfortable in that seat. Obviously. So amongst that, on the business end of things, just running that, of course the podcast and getting the decals done and. We'll be revealing our paint scheme soon, so it's a lot of work to go through all that and just to make sure that we're absolutely ready. but planning and, you know, travel and funds and groceries and things like that. But we're going to be good. I think
Let's
we're going to
hope
be
so.
all right.
Yeah, I think so.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
There's been a lot of planning and running, and I thought it was really funny that you guys went to go pick up the cart, and then you were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
so somebody grew on us."
Somebody grew on us. Yes,
Yeah,
he did.
absolutely. So you got your haircut, and you got your race suit on, and you got to go do a photo shoot
Yep, I
yesterday. So what did you think of that? You like doing those photo
did.
shoots?
Fun, yeah.
They're fun?
They're fun.
Yeah.
Especially the people that do it with me, because they're really nice. They're helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons why we do the photo shoot is every year we make hero cards. They're little, you know, 5x7 or 6x9 hero cards with the photograph of Liam on there. And for all of our fans out there that would like one, Liam will autograph for him and or her, and we can send that out, and it'll be free of charge. So that's one of the things we're going to be doing this year for our fans. So
Yes.
make sure you hit up that Facebook page.
All right, folks, you heard it here. Get on the Facebook page for Liam Anderson Motorsports LLC and message us and let us know that you want a hero card, and we will have Liam sign it, and we'll get that out to you. So your cart this season, you guys got a new color scheme on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same as last season, and to say the least, I think it's blinding. It's very bright. People are definitely not going to miss you on the track. They're going to know exactly where you are.
I can't tell. Is that like a disadvantage or?
I'm not sure. I think it's an advantage for us for tracking you because we'll be able to see you a whole lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's very bright. And, you know, the funny part about it is that most cameras won't even pick up on it. You could take a picture of it and it won't pop out as being that bright. It's something that you have to actually see with the eye. So we want to encourage folks to come out and watch Liam, and it's free admission. So just if you're available on a Sunday and you see our schedule online, just come on out. You're local. It's free admission. You can sit there and enjoy the race. There's plenty of them, and the racing gets pretty heavy, so it's very entertaining.
It does. It is entertaining. Please come out. We love our fans, and we would love to have you guys join us.
Absolutely.
So, are you nervous?
A little bit. I'm a little nervous.
You're about to go to Charlotte.
I mean, I'm nervous.
He knows what he's doing. He's got control of the car. He knows what he's doing. He's graduated racing school. I know he's got talent. I know he's got what it takes, but the competition is going to be heavy.
It is.
Yeah, it's going to be very heavy. Those kids are good.
I have a new engine. I don't know what it's like to have
Yeah, he's going to
all
have to.
that speed.
Yep. With the new car setup, he's going to have to feel it out, and he's going to have to figure out exactly how this thing handles. And, you know, it might take him 10, 20 laps to get there, but I think he'll get right back into
It's
it.
probably going to take me more than 10 or 20 laps, I'll tell you that.
Well, I mean, you've been practicing. You can't short yourself.
I was going to say, you learned a lot going to the Urban Youth Racing School, and you've been
did.
practicing a lot on your iRacing rig and everything. So I'm confident that you're going to nail it.
But at the same time, iRacing, they don't have karts. I mean, I'm racing cars, but that doesn't mean it's giving me any education for kart.
That's right. And one of the things we talked about is kart racing is a whole different beast, and it's actually the hardest racing out there. Like there's nothing out there that's any harder than kart racing.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it earlier in the podcast in another episode that you had taken me out on the track when we were doing Urban Youth Racing School. And man, I got a whole new respect for Liam just being in that little, it was like an electric cart for just a little while.
Right, yeah.
That was a lot of force on me.
It's a lot of force.
It didn't even go that fast.
It didn't.
It did not.
It went fast enough for me.
So Liam's telling you that. Come on, that's nothing, Aunt Jenny.
No, it's not. I mean, I was pulling how much G's on the banking, going like 70 miles. No, not 70, 60.
Yeah, I mean,
No, 71, because I remember getting that 71 on that front stretch.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you know, he's 10 years old, and, you know, a lot of people don't understand that cart with him in it is every bit of 275 pounds, and he's pushing 3 Gs. So, I mean, that's an exceptional amount of force on a 10-year-old, but he really handles that car really well.
Well, we got less than 6 years before he is able to get a license, and then everybody on the road better watch out because Liam's learned how to drive on a go-kart track.
I don't need no license.
If you get any tickets, you're paying them. I'm just telling you.
And they're not going to catch me.
He said, I'm only getting a ticket if I get caught. All right. Okay, so you went a little bit into what's going on for season prep, but honestly, it's a lot heavier than that because we've all been picking up some of the slack here.
Absolutely.
You know, me and Dad and you, we've kind of collectively come together to make this thing come together for Liam.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and you know, we honestly couldn't sit here through this whole entire podcast and list everything. It's a lot of work, you know, behind the scenes, and you know, we want to give the folks at home watching these podcasts a little bit of an insight on what goes on, you know, in a racing family and what happens. You know, the backbone of everything, because behind the scenes, nobody really sees that. There's a lot of folks out there that think it's just a matter of putting a car on the track and letting them go, and it's not.
No,
we've been very, very, very busy.
We have been for sure. And then on top of that, we're trying to get merchandise together for the fans.
And the website.
And the website together.
Vehicle wraps.
So, yeah.
Yep, there's a lot to do yet, and it still hasn't been completed. You're right.
It has been a lot.
Yeah.
But it's not all work and no play because somebody just had a school dance the other night.
It wasn't a dance, but like it was
a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they called it a dance.
They call it no, not a dance.
So what did you get to do at that dance? What did you get to do at that dance?
I got to pie one of the teachers.
You get to pie one of your teachers, or one of the teachers at the school.
I didn't even know her, but still.
But no, it's how you pied her. That was the funny part because you didn't get her in the face.
Ridiculous.
You decided to dump that thing right on her head into her hair.
I acted like I was going to pie her. I switched hands and smacked it on her head.
She got pie all in her hair. It was, I tell you, it was a great time. You know, we do take time off and enjoy ourselves a little bit. You know, we go indoor kart racing and things like that. And recently, you know, to keep up our, you know, our driver's physical ability, we were out in the football field playing a lot of football and just running and things like that, trying to get the heart stronger and the muscles stronger and I mean, we have a lot of fun together.
You had the boys out there, but they wore you out. I know that you said that you were hurting.
Well, let me tell you something. I had to take Advil, and I was down for a few days. I wasn't 100% for 2 or 3 days after that, and my legs are still hurting, for the record.
Yeah.
But my boy, you know, he gives me a run for my money, even in a race car. Even if I get out on the track with him, he has the ability to beat me.
I know. I saw one video that you guys put up a while back where you were racing him at the track, and you said you were going to whip him, but he sure dusted you.
He lapped me twice.
Yeah.
He really got into it. He lapped me twice.
You did it with one hand, so I decided to take one hand off. But you were driving with your right hand. I decided to drive with my left hand.
Yeah, the competition's fierce.
So you beat him with one hand, and it was your left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that I can do, he can do better. It's family competition, but it's fun.
It's all good spirit.
I don't worry about it. I know he's a good driver. I don't get down in the dumps about it.
I was going to say, honestly, I would feel good knowing that he beat me at his age.
Right? Yeah, he's definitely good.
Very talented. Yeah. Do you like racing with Dad?
Love racing with Dad. Yeah. Mostly because I get to beat him all the time. But
well, I mean, even when we go indoor, like, I can't even pass him. I really can't.
He has an adult car, I have a kid car, and I'm still beating him.
I'm in a faster car, and I know there's a weight difference, you know, obviously, but you know,
I'm taking the corners fast with the thing.
I just can't get around him. I just can't do it.
Yeah, he's very good at setting himself up to be exactly where he needs to be.
Yeah, we're just praying that his talent makes it somewhere. You know, we want to see somebody pick him up, and you know, that's his dream. That's what he wants to become. He wants to become a professional race car driver. So, you know, I definitely, you know, I think he's got what it takes, and I think that if he keeps refining his skills and, you know, never gives up and just continues to learn, I think he's got it.
How do you feel when Dad says that about you? When he says he's so proud of you and that he thinks that you're so talented and that you have exactly what it takes to do that, considering he is a huge, huge racing fan and he's probably, you know, watched drivers. I mean, I can't even say the number of drivers that you've watched over the years that, you know, really have the talent, you know, the famous drivers that everybody knows. I mean, Earnhardt, You know, how does it feel to have your dad compare you to these greats?
I don't know, because I still feel like I should push myself even harder. But he thinks I should. I shouldn't. I like pushing myself. I feel like I'm learning more.
Yeah,
I'm pushing myself.
You definitely do push yourself, and I see that, and that's that's another thing that makes me proud is to see him push himself. But sometimes he's hard on himself, and it's not warranted. Like he's really he's disciplined for a 10-year-old. He's very disciplined, and he just he knows what he's got to do. We have a mirror hanging in the trailer that says, "This is your competition," and that's exactly it. Like he knows that he's got to be better than himself and not limit himself, and that's basically what it comes down to.
Yeah, you also can't blame yourself when things aren't in your hands, though.
But watching him out on the track, like you look at him and you see him pulling moves that all these NASCAR drivers are pulling. Like he's got what it takes. And
I'm telling you, that crossover gave me goosebumps when he did that. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So last season, we talked about a few of your successes. I'm not going to say wins because they weren't all wins, but successes. And, I was wondering if you have bigger goals this season.
Oh, yeah.
So do you have any specific goals this season?
Bigger engine, bigger goals.
Bigger engine, bigger goals. All right.
Not bigger engine, but
different engine, new engine, new goals.
Yep.
You ever changing it up a little bit? So what's one of your bigger goals for the season?
Wins.
Wins? More
but
wins?
Not just wins, like figuring out some more, I don't know, like there's so much. Figuring out more stuff about racing, like what racing lines, like figure out my preferred racing lines, because I'm running everybody else's right now, and like every car acts different.
Yeah,
that's right.
And I also, one of my goals is to help my dad in the garage this year.
You like doing stuff with Dad?
In the pits, figure something out, figure some stuff out, learn some stuff.
So you want to get into more of the technicality of your kart and a little bit more of the technicality of racing, and you want to be able to find. You're right. All the karts are different, and not only that, but like unlike Urban Youth Racing School, where you were on the same track over and over and over again, you're going to be on different tracks, and some of them are tracks that but conditions change and everything. So you're always going to have to be gauging that and figuring out what works for you. And you might have a driver that's in your preferred racing line, and you're going to have to figure out how to get around them and everything. So. Good for you.
I'll figure it out.
I'm glad to see that you're not only aiming to win, but you're aiming to learn and improve.
Yep.
So
he's spent some time with us in the pits as well, and I've showed him a few things on how to adjust the car and what certain things mean, and it's difficult. He's very mature, he's very disciplined for his age, but it's very difficult to communicate with a 10-year-old, asking him, "Okay, how's the car feel? Is it a little too loose? Is it too tight? Will it not turn? Is it turning too much?" Just things like that, and trying to figure out how to adjust it in the pits to get him more comfortable to get that car set up. Because if you don't have corner entry, you've lost everything. And you go through the corner, and when you enter the corner, it starts to get loose on you. Then you got to back out of the gas, which is in a go-kart. That's hard to catch up from. It really is.
Have you had times where you've had to tell Dad, hey, this isn't working for me?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can you think of a specific time?
It would not turn, and my brakes would not work, and the brake part, you said, well, it's not supposed to be that sensitive.
Yeah.
But still, I went into the wall that time.
Yeah, so trying to figure out, the pressure on the brake pedal was the biggest thing for him to try to overcome, because the brakes are very sensitive on those cars, and all you have to do is just touch them a little bit.
Not really. Not last year. They were not as sensitive as you probably think.
Yeah.
I touched the brake and nothing would happen.
Yeah, it was slowing down. I mean, when we put the car on the lift, we checked it for him. Of course, safety is utmost importance, but just dragging the brake with the brake pedal while you spin the tire, things like that. But a race car is a lot different. It's not supposed to stop on a dime, because what you end up doing is you end up tightening the calipers, the brake pads against the rotor too much, and then you have drag. So, that's going to reduce your speed a lot, and it's also going to cause parts to fail from the heat, from the friction of the brake pads on the rotor. So it's a fine line, just trying to teach him how to go through that, and, have the confidence to use that brake pedal just a little bit, but just understanding you only need a little bit. And then, keeping that engine spooled up, because it is a centrifugal clutch.
I don't think he's anything like he was the first season. You guys said that he was pretty hot on the brakes. He loved touching those things.
Yeah, he drug his brake a lot, just because he was scared of the accelerator his first time out. But that's what it takes. You got to put him in a car and let him go and figure it out. And he did. And he's a very. I mean, I've had people in the pits come up to me and just tell me how far he's come, and it's just proud dad moment.
Yep. I've had to watch him from a distance since I've been in Texas, most of the time, except for when I came to visit last year. It was really cool getting to see you in person, and I can't wait to be at every race this season if I can be.
Yep.
Do you think you're going to be?
I'm certainly going to try. If I can be there, I will absolutely be there.
We're running a lot of local races this year, but we're also going to be planning on moving out to certain other series. Of course, he's running CKNA Northeast Division this year, and we'll be in New Jersey and, of course, Charlotte.
West Virginia?
West Virginia is a WKC, so that's a little different. But it's challenging, because if you want to run at those tracks, you have to understand their rules, and everybody's rules are different. So, you got to be able to make adjustments.
Okay. What are some of the different rules that you guys encounter that you have to adjust for?
Tires. That's the main one, because CKNA runs Vega Reds, and that's the only thing you're allowed to run. And local tracks, they don't have any tire rules. So, that's one of the reasons why not a lot of people know about kart racing, because not a lot of people come out and do kart racing, because it causes things to be a lot more expensive. You have to spend more money to make sure you're up with the rule packages on every single track and every single series. Mm-hmm. Instead of adopting a national rule, it's we have to navigate through that as a race team, and it's a lot to read through. So
it's a lot of homework.
It is.
Extra homework besides what you already have to do. So speaking of prepping for the season, part of the prep, which was what you had to get photos taken for and, getting your hero cards out there for and everything, was you got a new suit and a new helmet. So let's talk a little bit about the safety gear, because you said that safety is our number one priority. Yep. What kind of helmet, what kind of suit does he have this year, and why?
Well, it's a safety standard. I mean, it's something that has to be, because obviously he wouldn't be able to race without it. We're thankful for the safety. Every race car driver and team member, and of course father and family members, are thankful for the safety and the developments that have come about over the years to keep the drivers safe. But the suit's SFI rated. Mm-hmm. It's SFI rated for fire protection. It's going to protect him against cuts and abrasions and things like that. Just a little bit about the suit. It keeps him. It is warm. He's definitely, his water intake has to increase at the track, and we take care of him, and we have fans and stuff to cool him down and things like that. But underneath the suit or over top of it, he also wears a rib protection vest to keep his chest safe from impact if that were to happen. But also he has to wear the SFI gloves and racing shoes and a neck brace, and the helmet itself is a Snell approved helmet, and it's up to date. So we just purchased it. It's brand new and it's up to date.
I'm excited.
You're really excited.
I feel powerful with all of it on.
Oh, you love having your suit on? You feel a little bit like a hero?
Kind of.
Yeah. That's the hero cards. So not only is the suit safe, but it's got to fit him in a certain way for him to be able to sit in the seat properly and everything else too.
Correct. Yeah.
So
which is difficult when a kid is racing. It's difficult because they're constantly growing. But we were able to obtain the size suit that he needed this year to allow him that fit that he needs sitting down in the car and stretching his legs out and things like that. So he's very happy with the fit. I made sure of it before it was embroidered, and our sponsorship patches were put on the uniform itself. So But this thing is gorgeous. This race suit is pretty awesome.
It really is. Folks at home, we're going to have pictures coming out, so look
Very
for
soon.
those on the Facebook page.
And I want to give a shout out to Silver Pixels Photography too, because for 2 years she has provided pictures for us, an exceptional service. And if you're looking to get pictures done, please consider her. She's local here in Elkton, Maryland. She's a very awesome lady, and we love her very much for what she's done for our race team. So we just want to give a shout out and a word of thanks and appreciation.
All right. Silver Pixels
Silver
pictures?
Pixels Photography.
Photography. Okay. Thank you.
Mm.
And so you said that you feel really powerful in your suit. You feel like a little bit of a hero, right? So not only is it safe, but it is stylish. I think it looks pretty cool. It's got our orange here, which I don't know if the people at home can see this beautiful bright orange. But it looks a lot like our polos.
It does.
Yeah,
In fact, it does.
it does.
And not only is this a polo, but it's our official team polo, and it's available for sale also.
Yep, that's part of our merchandise.
Yep. So if you're interested in purchasing our official team polo, it's very beautiful.
Mhm.
The material is excellent, keeps you cool. It's a very nice polo. To
I
say
can
the
attest
least.
to that. It fits very well, and it's very cool and comfortable.
Yep.
Absolutely. So you said that the suit is fire safety rated as well.
Right.
So we're not going to have any Ricky Bobby moments on the track.
You're not going to strip down to your underwear and run across the track.
Screaming,
No
"Help me,
promises."
Jesus!"
Yeah. Well. So that's a reference to alcohol, and that's what NASCAR cars run. They run alcohol. So when alcohol burns, it's sometimes it's hard to see the flame. It's either a clear or a blue flame. So that's what that's a reference to. But we run gasoline, so if something's burning, we're going to find out.
We're going to know. Absolutely. All right. So you're stoked for the season, right?
Yep.
Right. And we're excited too. And we really encourage you guys, again, please come out, check out our schedule on Facebook. We got it posted and see if one of those days works for you. We would love to see some of our fans out there. We really appreciate our fans, huh?
We do.
Stop by the trailer and say hi. We'll be there.
All right.